I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Hey everyone, welcome back to the 20-Hour Ukulele Challenge, and today I'm going to teach you the simplest version of Hallelujah I know. I've definitely had people playing this on the first day of lessons before. Maybe not everyone will get there, but it's definitely possible. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So what we're going to do, there's a long chord progression. There's only one chord progression in the whole song. It just goes through again and again and again, but it's kind of long. So we're gonna do what's called chunking it. We're gonna break it into little pieces and we're gonna memorize it. And you might have to take a couple passes through it. That's totally fine. Let's see what we can do with it though. So the first chord is C. Use the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and then you're going to use the middle finger on the 2nd fret of your 4th string, and you're going to lift your ring finger up. So this is sort of your intro right here, where you just kind of go between this one finger here and this one finger here. I'll show you this way too. Kind of put your ring finger down, and you swap off your middle finger. And this is actually a really important thing. It's called the pedaling pattern, whereas like if you're waiting between verses or if you're waiting for the song to start, you just kind of brush this. Kind of hit each chord twice. You know, like C, C, A minor. Try that with me. C, C, and really focus on making sure every note's really clear, and if you need to, just adjust the position of your fingers. You make sure there's enough arch so everything's really clear. You hear all 4 notes really clearly. And once you can kind of swap between those two things, we'll go over to the next part, because that's the beginning. That's the most important thing right there. So also, if you need help as we're going along, I have a tab and the chord charts and everything and a free lesson page on my website. You can use the description box below to get to that. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. So at the beginning of the song, you basically brush the C chord twice, and the A minor twice, and the C twice again, and the A minor twice again. After that, you're going to add 4 chords. You're going to add an F, then a G, then a C, then a G. If you've never done those chords before, let me break them down real quick. So from the A minor, you add the index finger to the 1st fret of your 3rd string. Try to get that sound. Stop and work on it if you need to. To get to a G, we're going to kind of like migrate these fingers around. We're going to move this finger over to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. We'll move the index down to the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and see we're going to have to do a little twist to get everything in there. And then the ring is going to hit the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Check it out. There you go. So there's your G. And you kind of want to keep the shape sort of, because all we got to do to get to the C is lift these 2 fingers and move the ring over. And we're going to go right back to the G. So you're going to want to just go whoop. So if you need to, take a second, try to get from the C to the G. Just try to go back and forth a few times. It's a really important transition. And you can also practice going from the F to the G separately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause I'm just going to like put my ukulele down, and you can pause. And I want you to, if you need to, spend some time practicing on F to G, and then C to G, and then F, G, C, G. All right. So pause and work on that if you need to. Okay, awesome. So let's try to put that together with what we've already done. So we start out with 2 A minor, 2 C's, 2 A minors, 2 C's, 2 A minors, and then we go F, F, G, G, C, C, G, G. Let's try it all. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. C to A minor, back to C, back to A minor, F, G, C, G. If you need to, you can use the YouTube app to slow that down and go over it a few times until you can play along with me. So I'll pause and let you do that until you feel like it's solid. All right, awesome. So once you feel like that's at least better or you're starting to get it, you might not have the chord transitions at a real fast speed yet, that's fine. As long as you got it at a modest speed and they're starting to connect, we can keep going. So now we're going to start to do what I call the walk-up. And it doesn't feel like a walk-up on a ukulele, but what it really is you go from an F up to a G up to an A minor. That's going to happen a whole bunch in this song in a bunch of different ways. So after that last G, we wind up back on a C. It's kind of like when we started. So we're going to start with a C, and we're going to do our first walk-up. We're going to go F to G to A minor. Now that's a tricky walk-up because that F and that G both only get one strum. So you kind of have to basically go F, G, A minor with one stroke each. So that transition is the hardest one in the whole song because it has to happen, excuse me, kind of quick. So basically you hit C twice, then you do F once, G once, and then A minor. So take a second, try to just get those 4 strokes down. I guess 5. Try to get just those 5 strokes down, and then we'll keep going. Okay, let's get back to it. So, if you can, try to use the chord chart that I gave you and try to go through everything we've done so far. We kind of do the pedaling at the beginning. C to A minor. C to A minor again. F. G. C. G again. And then we add the part we just did. We go C twice. And we do the walk up. F. G. A minor. Go ahead and slow that down if you need to. And just repeat that a couple of times until you feel like it's starting to make sense, or you can do it at your own pace, reading along. That's fine too. Then we're going to go through to the end part. So let's pick up on the A minor we left off on. If we were like, we kind of do like a walk up, but it's sort of slow. We go A minor twice, F twice. So now we're going to do G, but we're going to do a slightly different G. We're going to do the G with the pinky. I suppose you can do this. I suppose you can do this G if you want. The key is that what we're going to have to wind up on is an E7. We haven't done an E7 in a while, but just this is a point where you have to make a choice, where you got to figure out which G you want to use, because you got to wind up in this chord, and getting to it's a little tricky. So deciding how you want to get to it is the thing. So the way I'm going to do it just today, and there's a lot of ways to do it, is I'm going to use the same G I've been using. Actually, now that I think about it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my middle finger down. I'm going to kind of pivot around it and bring my ring finger around to the 2nd fret of the 1st string and the index around to the 1st fret of the 4th string. So watch how I do this pivot from this G. It's the G I've been doing. It's the James Taylor fingering. I'm going like woo around like that. That's a good way to get around this. There are plenty of others. A lot of people like to play G like this, and they just shuffle all their fingers woo around to the E7. You can practice doing that, and you'll get it. Sometimes I teach people to play a G with the pinky. And then all you got to do is like swap 2 fingers. So you could go from the F to the G with the pinky, like this. Do that triangle shape with your pinky, and you don't use the index, and the index waits over here, and then woo. But whatever you got to do to get from this G to the E7. I'm just going to focus on showing you how to do it the way that I do it, but if you want to figure out another way that works with whatever G you like to play, you go for it, whatever works for you. I would just recommend you pick one way and stick to it, because you're going to have to practice it and get comfortable with it so you can do it at speed. So again, picking up from the A minor we left off on, we do A minor twice, F twice, we do our G twice, we do our E7 twice, so whatever you have to do to get your transition. And then we're going to hit A minor 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Right. That tends to be the trickiest part for the fingers for this song. So I'm going to have us pause, and you go ahead and work out whatever you need to work out for that part, and then come back when you're ready. Okay. Awesome. Now that you think you're ready to move on, now would be the time, if you can. In fact, let's do it together. Let's review everything we did so far. I'm going to go on the slower side, and let's see if we can just remember everything up to that point. We start with pedaling C and A minor, C, C, A minor, A minor, C twice, A minor twice. And the next 4 chords we go F to G to C to G. We wind up back down C before the walk up, C. Up from F, G, A minor twice. It's kind of like the slower walk up now. F twice, G twice. Pivot to E7, get ready. Woo! A minor. 1, 2, 3. So if you need to, go back, take it out of time. Just go at whatever pace you can. If you want to play along with the video that I made here, go ahead, slow it down, speed it up, whatever you need to do. And then I'm going to leave everything we just did behind for a little while. I'm going to let you kind of work on that as a package. And then the chorus, hallelujah, hallelujah, that's what we're going to add now, because that's where we got to. We got through all the words and stuff, and now it's the chorus part. Everybody sings this part. So this part we start with playing F 4 times. We go F, 2, 3, and you lift a finger to play A minor 4 times. And then you put a finger back down to play F again 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just for memory's sake, go ahead and just do those 12 chords, 12 strums. It's like 4 Fs, 4 A minors, 4 Fs. There you go. Poof. Then you're going to go C twice, G twice, and then C twice, and then to turn it around, you can do G twice again. You don't have to do those last 2, but I generally do. So basically you just go C, G, and you hit each one of those twice. So the chorus, in a way, is like 4 Fs, 4 A minors, 4 Fs, 2 Cs, 2 Gs, 2 Cs, 2 Gs. So let's try all that kind of slow together, and then we'll do the whole song with the words. So we'll go F, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, F again, 1, 2, 3, now all the chords are twice, C, G, C again, G again, and then we can go back to C to get back to the beginning. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and play the entire song with the words. If you need to, go back and review everything we've done so far so you got it solid. And then when you play along with me, you'll be ready for everything that we're going to do. All right, here we go. Now I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Thanks for getting through that with me. If you want to, you can learn the other 6 verses of the song, or you can learn other parts of other songs. But yeah, hope you all take the 20-hour ukulele challenge, especially if you're a total beginner. And yeah, look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Catch you later. Bye-bye.